There are tons and tons of recorded phone calls and interactions with the top brass of Bricks and Minifig, just outright denying, lying, and refusing to give him his Legos back, even though from all available evidence with all of the footage as well as the contract, it seems like Brian is legally within his right to ask for it back, and they should have to oblige. They did not pay him for that collection that they have in their inventory that they have been marketing and pushing and presumably selling, and they never gave him any piece of the pie. And in that contract, it is explicitly stated it is still his collection. It is still his Legos. So I don't know what authority they think they have for that. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so maybe it is more nuanced, though I don't really see how it could be. It, to me, feels like a pretty slam dunk case.
Yo. What's up? I'm live very early. Sorry. I'm live very early and I don't have a lot of time. It sounds so panicked. I'm live so early. I don't have time. I don't have time, guys. I'm live so early. You good, bro? Guys, I gotta go quick. They're after me. Are you safe? I'm so safe. Are you safe? What's up? Cause I gotta bail. I'm busy. So I want to go live early to get as much time into the Lego Part 2 story. Lego Part 2. Before I gotta bounce. I picked up new headphones. I returned my Bose and I got the Samsung Pod Pro. What they're sick. I actually really like them so far. Not JBL. I went with Samsung. They work well with my phone. I don't know what you want from me. They work so well with the phone. They have so many features. This is an ad. Sorry, guys. It's not an ad. Have you tried lime? Lime's a garnish, not a fruit. It's different. Classified as different. I'm happy with my Bose. I'm sure you would be. The lady that I returned it to was asking me questions about it, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to convince you. I don't know shit. They were like over $300 though. I think the refund on my card was like $323 or something. Like for in-ear buds, like what? I don't know. Just turn noise canceling off. That's the whole, I'm sorry, but I'd say 80% of the time when I'm wearing earbuds, it's for the noise canceling. The benefit is I get to listen to music or whatever, but it's for the noise cancellation. Like, you ever been, when was the last time you've been on a plane without noise canceling? It fucking blows. Like I've had to go through a few plane rides because I forgot headphones, right? And it's very awful and boring and I hate it. But not even just because I can't, watch videos or whatever. It's also just because it's kind of loud. I mean, it's not like painful or anything, but it kind of hurts. After a while, it's grating. A fun fact, Beats by Dre headphones have a solid piece of metal in the top to make it heavier and feel more premium. My brother worked on them. If you're still wearing or buying Beats, I assume you just do not care about what you're using to listen to your music or whatever. Beats are shit. Not even, actually, I'll rephrase, because you're going to say, well, actually, the twiddle driver and the Beats. No, okay, fine. There are just so many better options. Beats are ass. There's no reason to go with them. None. Sony the GOAT. I have a lot of Sony headphones. They're very good. Yes, I've tried every headphone. Beats by Farmers also ass. I also hate Beats. The food. I use Beats at the gym. The noise cancel. I don't like noise canceling stuff. What do you mean you don't like a noise canceling? What does that even mean? How can you not like it? Maybe you just haven't tried some that you like. How can you not like noise canceling? OG skull candies. Oh my God. Are you a child? You know, I looked for Sennheisers at Best Buy. They didn't have any. I would have gone with, I wanted to try some Sens. They didn't have any because I love these. These are my favorite like computer headphones I've ever owned. I'll never buy a different company's headphones for my computer ever. So I'll say this, for home gaming, open back, non-noise canceling. I literally, God's gift to man. For outside the house, plane rides, gym, shopping, driving, day-to-day, noise canceling. It's a must. For at home, Counter-Strike, listening to music, playing video games, open back, Sennheisers. There is no conversation. There is no debate. Unless you were like, you know, living in a small, crowded Indian, Mexican home and like there's 13 people in the same room with you. Okay, then I can understand noise canceling for gaming. But otherwise, nope. Driving, yeah, I wear headphones while driving. Just kidding if that's illegal. I don't do that. Okay, I don't wear headphones when I'm driving unless I'm driving to the gym, and after the gym, I often won't take my headphones out. It's definitely dangerous. It's wicked illegal. I'm also joking. I don't do anything illegal. That's very illegal. Hold on, let me see. Let's do, is it illegal to wear earbuds while driving? Oh, I have to put a state? Well, let's give it 2 states. Let's do in California. It is illegal to wear headphones or earphones in both ears. Oh, good. I only wear it in one. There we go. See? I only wear it in one. You're only allowed to wear a single earbud or... Oh, perfect. I only wear one. That's perfect. There we go. Oh, perfect. So that's not even a problem. And then let's do Oregon. Yeah, good thing. Good thing. Well, no, I only wear it in one. Did I make that? I'm making that clear now. Sorry if that wasn't clear. Same in Oregon. Okay, so yeah, I only do it with one. Also, I'm not driving. I'm technically traveling. Sure, Wubby. Holy shit! You know what's funny? It's you know what it is? It's fuck the system. It's ACAB. But when Wubby wears headphones. No, I get the reason for it. You need to be able to hear. But like, I'm also I feel strongly about this too with like, I understand wearing headphones, the problem with it while driving. I get the reason for it. Same motherfuckers who are like, Wubby, that's so irresponsible and dangerous. Motherfuckers be blasting their, like, your stereo is so fucking loud. You should be wearing headphones. Bricks and Minifigs supremacy. You big fan? ACAB, except Wubby has to follow every law. Also, I do. I don't drive with headphones. To be fair, I don't know why you would. I don't actually see. The only time I ever do it with one earbud is if I'm leaving the gym and I'm like too lazy to take it out, and it's like, okay, it's a few minutes, but I get it. Don't deaf people drive? Wait, actually, I'm realizing now how, if you have pass-through on your earbuds and you wear them while driving to help you with certain things, how could they? That seems like a bit of an oversight, because headphones can help benefit people who have trouble hearing things, especially with pass-through or like, even you can have headphones that boost, not necessarily like a hearing aid, but you can use headphones for day-to-day to help you hear better with boosting voices, with boosting certain noises, right? So how do they, bone conduction is legal for it? Can't prove it's on pass-through though. But for that same reason, you can't prove it's not. So you are hurting people, but you are helping people, but you are hurting people who might need it. That's a hearing aid though, right? No. You can be hard. You can have issues with your hearing, not have a hearing aid, and use headphones to help you with hearing. There are people who do that, right? You could be hard while hearing. Like when you're watching the stream. Okay, dude, this I haven't seen this yet. I refuse to believe this is even real. This was on the subreddit. There is a To Catch a Predator movie that is coming out, which I don't even, if you're sitting there hearing me say this right now and going, I don't know what that means, Wubby. I don't either, and we're gonna watch the trailer right now. It's like a teaser. It's only 50 seconds. But I cannot wait for it. What is it? Also, I'm instantly in because it's got Robert Pattinson, who, I gotta be real, like, I kind of love him. What a turnaround for Robert Pattinson. When I was a kid and he was popping, it was Twilight and he was cringe. And now here we are all these years later. And when he's in a movie, I'm like, well, I'm kind of interested just at a surface level. Well, it's got Robert, so I want to look into it at least. Here's the trailer.
What would have happened if I wasn't here? You see how this looks, right?
Am I hearing this is fucking unreal. Am I hearing Chris Hansen right now? Is Chris Hansen this is playing like a horror movie where Chris Hansen is the mastermind. I know that's not actually Chris Hansen's voice, but am I hearing who's, oh my God, this is so strange.
At the end of the day, the man must be held accountable for the decisions that he makes. Do you agree?
Oh, the fucking
For
the crew, what are they called? I used to watch this so much. The child safety team that worked with the law enforcement. What are they called? This fucking guy. Not that Steven Seagal kind of looks like it. What were they called though? Only real ones know this. Only real Watchdog. Was it Watchdog?
decisions that he makes. Do you agree?
Even this girl, dude. Yes, there was a lady who always wore these lesbian hats. Shouts out lesbians in the early 2000s. You guys owned these hats. Let me tell you what. Perverted justice. That's what it is. Yes, dude.
To watch television? Well, there's
Oh,
something.
that guy's good too. That guy's in Things. What the fuck is
Well, there's
this?
something you should know. I'm Chris Hansen
Oh, it's Robert doing the voice?
with Dateline NBC. And you're about to be a part of television history.
Oh my God, dude, I'm seeing this opening night. What is this movie? I can't, I'm telling you, if there was a Polymarket bet on this, I would have lost. I would have never in a million years guessed this would ever come out. No, there's going to be a Dateline NBC To Catch a Predator, like, biopic horror movie where Robert Pattinson is playing Chris Hansen. What? Also, Robert, you are so good at changing your voice. Oh, I'm such a fan. What a killer monologue there. Oh, they're making it full horror. I can't. His range is insane. Scheduled to come out on 9/11/26. Oh, good. Something to celebrate. What the hell? I'm seeing Backrooms tonight.
We're gonna be the #1 show on TV.
Oh my God, it is like a horror movie. Is this meant to be like a criticism of To Catch a Predator? Because I was a huge fan of To Catch a Predator, and we see this happen a lot with the Predator catching people in general, where the public, including me, hand wave a lot because it's like, well, but a pedophile was caught. You know, we're comfortable like it. So is this like a look at some of the more? Is this a more critical look at? It's crazy. I'm so interested. That was a good trailer. I think it's covering what the doc covered the other year. What doc? So I didn't know there was a doc, but I am a huge To Catch a Predator fan. It helps you not get caught. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to get ahead of that joke. The reason why I was a big fan of it, the reason is so simple. It's because when I used to work at an office, I needed to fill 8 hours, 5 days a week with things to watch, right? So you start to watch whatever is out there at a certain point, right? Because if this goes on for years, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. What am I filling with that? I just need something. And To Catch a Predator has their like full unedited busts on. It's not just the highly edited Dateline show. They released, or it got leaked, I don't know, it's on YouTube. They released everything, like full multi-hour long for a bunch of the people on the show, uncut, full conversations, full everything. And so I would just put it on and watch it all day at work. And it is, when you're bored, it's fascinating, dude. So I'm a super fan of it. It was covering why the show was canceled. The dude who shot himself, the guy who killed himself when they busted his ass. That was crazy. Caught him. They went to his house, right? And then he kablamo. The politician guy, yeah. The trash took itself out. See, that's what I mean. But I am curious. Like, when you watch enough To Catch a Predator, there are some where you're like, yeah, bury him under the fucking prison. Like, you know, shoot this guy in the face. And then there are others where you're just like, this person, you know, obviously needs to never be able to harm another human again, right? Or even for the first time. But there are some that make you go, in a way, I hate even saying it out loud because you guys are going to lose your mind with it, but it's like, it makes you question some of the ethics of how the bust happened in the first place, is how I'll word it. I don't know if the movie's going to talk about that, but like, there were definitely more than a few where I'm like, okay, okay, you can tell me I'm wrong. Go watch all of them. Go watch all of them. You'll see what I'm saying. There are firing squad guys. 100% there are. Then there are some where, again, throughout the 4 or 5 hour long interview, it's like, okay, 20-year-old who got caught with a 16-year-old decoy. And then you start hearing more about it and you're like, okay, this person clearly, I wouldn't shoot him in the face. This person needs help, right? And you start to feel like, and you start to hear more about what they were told. And you're like, I don't know, this is weird. I definitely think this person should be in jail, but at the same time, this seems, I don't know. I'm not going to get too specific because I don't remember the details and I don't want to fight a ghost here. But I'll say this, some of them are frightening human beings. So it's like, why didn't they just shoot them on sight? And there are other ones that I'm like, ooh, this is dicey. This gets weird. This is weird. This new pro-pedo stance is wild. That's what I said. In fact, you know what I say? Here's what I say. I think every single pedophile that's in prison should be released, right? Right now. They should be released and given a check for $1 million. And we just say, we give them GoPros and we say, go. Just give them all GoPros or like the DJI ones, right? Go. We should do tip to tip, but it's only pedophiles. They go from one elementary school on the West Coast to one elementary school on the East Coast. And we just give them GoPros and $1 million. And we say, let's see what happens. Hunger Games, but it's pedophiles. And the winner, what's the winner get though? Uh-huh. We should release Epstein. I guess what I'm saying is I hope that the To Catch a Predator movie tackles some of the more, I'll word it like this. I hope it tackles some of the more difficult conversations around that show, because in my opinion, that's some of the stuff that no one is bold enough to touch. There are difficult conversations around that show. There simply is. If you've watched everything like I have, there are difficult conversations. There are. And some of you are like, no. And you know what my favorite thing is? Some of you are like, no, there's not. Hi, I haven't seen it. Hi, I'm a viewer who hasn't seen the 100+ hours of the unedited stuff. There's nothing difficult. I'm like, okay, so why am I talking to you? What are you talking about? Gonna make Chris Hansen TTS? That's it. Yeah, I've watched every Predator. The dude who brought his kid was fucking insane. Evil. Not insane. Don't give him insanity. Don't
Hope
give
you
him an
found
out.
time to see the coat of arms for the Wubby Ren Fair group. Love you.
I will dislike it if its agenda is that it makes Chris to be some sort of villain and the people caught to be victims. I agree. That's not the conversation. There's not nuance to that either, and that's not true for what it's worth. That's not true. I mean, I'll give you a great example, right? You look at someone like Vitaly, who recently caught somebody, and the whole thing was wrong. The whole thing was a big mix-up. Oops, we ruined someone's life. Oops, remember that? Haha, right? I'm not saying that ever happened on the Chris Hansen show. I do wonder though. I wonder There's a lot. There's a lot there, and it was all very highly edited. I wonder if they ever went oopsie and cut it, or if something wasn't as it seemed. I think the most difficult thing for the motherfuckers that are generally mentally ill, maybe got abused themselves as kids, never got proper mental health or counseling. Some of them are evil fucks. I also hate that there's been a ton of content creators coming out of the woodwork to do the vigilante shit. That's Ham, you put it perfectly. It's not nuanced. Protecting children is not nuanced. The way they are going about it needs to be. And I think at some point To Catch a Predator became about getting the exciting scoop, and that like nuance kind of got lost, I think. And that's where it starts to get, I hope the movie touches on that. Is that fair to say? Probably a better way to word it. Getting diddled as a kid isn't a free pass. So, but like, we hear you, but like, you are also arguing with a ghost on this. I believe you created a straw man, because I don't think anyone has said it's a pass. I think that the point we're making is that I'm talking about, I hope this movie tackles some of the more conversations that you don't want to have. You know what I mean? They aren't saying it's a free pass, retard. Hey, no one's a retard here. All right. Well, okay. Not all of us are. Explanations aren't excuses. Exactly. It's like that's one of the things I found so interesting about watching the uncut stuff is like, you really like hearing what these people have to say is fascinating. It's fucking, sometimes it's diabolical and sometimes it's like, ooh.
All pedos are mentally ill and should be immediately put down.
True. Well, that's not even, well, okay, hold on. I'm not going to get into this. That's fine. I'm moving on. All right, sure. Whatever. Yeah, man. Yes, I agree. Sure. I agree. All right, moving on. Any pedophiles watching in chat? Any pedophiles in chat right now want to say anything? I just want to know if we have any big pedophile fans. Who's going to be brave? Who's going to be brave? Let's see if we can get like a snowball going here. Oh, there's one. Yeah, let's get him on call. Any pedophiles want to call in? No, that's fucking insane. Ham, you want to call in? Yeah, hold on, let's chat. Let's make them feel comfortable. Yeah, any maps want to call in? Any maps in chat? Are you watching your own show, technically? I could call in. Childhood trauma! Thank you for the 5. No, TLDR, my ex accused me of some crazy shit. I'm very sorry to hear that, because if there's anything, I think being a pedophile, evil, sad, just it's very unfortunate that even can be a possibility that human beings can exist, right? Let's get that out of the way. In addition to that, false accusations of pedophilia also, I would put on a similar level of evil. Like, if what you're saying is true in chat, that you were accused like by your ex out of spite, it's like, whoa, that's crazy. That's evil. That's like really, 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 really evil. Happened to my dad. He spent 2 years in jail for it. Hey man, your dad might have just been, no, I'm kidding. I'm gonna, because I can't pick into your lives, and I honestly don't want to. I'm going to take what you're saying on face value. That's fucking insane. I feel very bad for your dad, and whoever made that accusation should be labeled and treated as a pedophile. Like, if you, like, I'm sorry. That's one you just don't get the luxury of being incorrect about. Or rather, I'd have more empathy if you thought it was the case and you were trying to protect a child, but I fear most of those false accusations of that are like out of spite or self-interest or anger or mental illness, right? If you knowingly false, exactly. My dad did 10 years in jail because my stepsister lied. She admitted she lied. I don't even want to touch that.
Let's
but
get
I'm sorry.
Lakari on Discord
yeah, Lakari's calling in.
Real interview.
Dude, I feel that. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm so sorry for your whole family. That fucking sucks. Like, I feel bad for your dad. I don't know what would. That's just. What a bad situation. What a bad situation. That's tough, brother. Trauma dump Thursday. Yeah, let's get it. I worked with a pedophile without any of us knowing for months. We found out and couldn't do shit about it. What do you mean you couldn't do shit about it? What do you mean? It's like, yeah, but like he had a really, like every time we drive together, he had a really good playlist. So like, what am I going to do? You know, he would always pay when we would go out. What am I going to do? Was it Wubby? All right, guys, it's finally time to come clean. Did you see what she was wearing? Okay. The way she played with those trucks on the playground, I said, who wouldn't? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I work in prison. There are pedos everywhere. Hey, man, that sounds like it's good news for me. You know, you work in a prison and it's just pedophiles. I'm like, hey, W, I guess. I mean, type of joke you write for Squeaks to read. Dude, I want you to know how much I've been traumatized by that video. I was watching a show on YouTube called Total Forgiveness, where they would challenge these two friends from College Humor. It's an old show. We're challenging each other to do things for money. That's all you need to know. One of their challenges was Grant had to go do stand-up that was written by the other person, Ali. So his set was bad, but it wasn't like as bad as we did it. It was just kind of awkward and cringe and not funny, right? But watching that set, I realized I have trauma from the fucking from the stand-up set we did. Because we didn't even have to pull up my video. I was watching Grant do the performance, and I was getting the butterfly anxiety butt pucker that I had before I had to go on stage. And then that caused me to start thinking about it again. And I'm like, man, that might have been probably the most cringe moment I've ever had to do for my like videos, job, anything. Getting up on stage and performing a set that Squeaks wrote for me. And mind you, the set I wrote for Squeaks, I'm going to say it, it was funny. It had jokes that I wrote that were very funny, but really painful because they were so inappropriate. But it was funny. Squeaks' set, still to this day, makes me shudder. The set that Squeaks wrote for me was schizo-babble. It was nonsensical. There were not jokes. I had to go up in front of my fans in a sold-out theater, my fans, and just ramble. Like he just made me tell stories that trailed to nowhere. Every once in a while, he would, in the set, I'd have to go, do you like me? Do you like me? He made me, I think it was on 3 separate occasions, I had to go, Yahoo, Yahoo. I can't rewatch it. I'm happy the YouTube video exists. I'm so proud of it. To this day, thinking about it makes me like shudder. You need exposure therapy to do it again. It being in front of a sold out crowd of my audience is what killed me, because there was a small window of time between my set ending and the end of the show where my audience was looking at me going, he's better on stream. Yeah, no. He, like, we came here from Chicago. That conversation that must have happened between, you know, people sitting next to each other and in people's heads, that like maybe 30 minutes. It to this day, it kills me. You did warn us, to be fair. To be fair, you begged us not to come, and we sold out that fucking theater, dude. I really need to rewatch the video. I'm so proud of that video. It's one of my favorite of all time. The set I wrote for Squeaks is my own personal affirmation that I am funny, but holy fuck, I don't think I'll ever do it again. I'll never. You can feel yourself losing the crowd. It's so bad, bro. Oh my God. It's a hard watch. Yeah. I remember there was one, like, Squeaks made me, in the set he wrote for me, he made me tell this fucking story about like how I was buying groceries or something. And I remember reading it for the first time. I got to read it 5 minutes before going on, and I'm reading it and I'm like, Squeaks, there's no punchline.
I would rather watch you wahoo 100 times in a row than ever experience Fan being Yoko ever again.
Dude, in the art gallery video, Fan's Yoko Ono was That was also painful. See, that was painful, but I not as bad. Like, I would say it was much longer in person than the actual video, but that was 1% of what I was feeling the day I had to do stand-up. I was impressed she didn't break. She killed it. I think her doing so well made it work. Also, I think that the fact that she was parodying something gives her this out at all times of like, yeah, this is cringe, but I'm making fun of someone cringe. I think there is nothing worse than a funny streamer, right? Someone whose whole bit is trying to be funny. There is nothing worse than making them feel in front of their entire audience that they are unfunny and that their audience is getting lost on that, right? Like everyone, if Fan goes up there, she does her bit, even if it's cringe, everybody knows, oh, she's doing this parody, right? Imagine if we made Fan go on stage and perform just like the least funny stand-up. Imagine if we pitched it as, we're trying a stand-up night. And Fan wrote a set. Let's see what it is. And it's just... I would do the comedy show again if... Okay. Well, first off, I don't know how we could ever do it again because you guys all know now. Everybody in chat knows. There's no way we could ever get away with it. So if by some way we could get away with it, the only way I would do it again is if I got 3 new people to join me on stage, and they would have to be people you would... Like, people who would never do it. Like, I want Nile Red up there. I'll do it again if we can get Nile Red. Right? Give me Nile Red, Fan. Like, but the problem is though, how do I ever do this again? You guys now know the cat's out of the bag. If I'm doing a stand-up show, you're gonna instantly assume we're doing the everybody writes for each other. Routine roulette. We try to guess whose jokes. But that's not as cringe. The second you know I didn't write it, the pressure is off me. So much of the pressure of going up on stage that day was the fact that you did not know I didn't write this shit, and I'm about to go up there and say the most... Let me just show you. I gotta watch it. Oh my God. This is I hate this fucking video. I actually love it with my whole heart, but it's so bad.
Think about that. Laughter causes...
Get Mr. Beast? I mean, yeah. Trying to get him on the podcast.
Yahoo! Wubby jumps up and down to make some Mario coin sound effect.
Like at least 4 times. Like I really want you to commit to this.
Laughter causes people to lose calories. So technically, if you don't laugh at my joke, you're gaining weight. Think about that next time you stay silent. Wubby jumps up and down and makes Mario coin sound effect.
Dude, I can't even do it. I don't even want to watch it. I can't, dude. I remember I got like, at the time, it was the loudest applause.
Good evening, big dog. First stream I've ever caught live.
Hold on, I'll replay this. But when they announced I'm coming up, everyone, yeah, we're here for Wubby, yeah. The room was electric. The room was electric, right? I started my set. Everyone's waiting for it. I'd say 20 seconds in, it was like,
it's like if
the air got sucked out of the fucking room, dude. It was so bad. Everyone was like, oh my God, my streamer is different in real life. All right, let me play these TTSs and let's do the Lego shit, all right?
Good evening, big dog.
What's up?
First stream I've ever caught live. I'm a busy guy. Loved your shit since the Heelys video a while back. Keep doing your thing,
Thank
big
you, man.
Love.
Thank you, Fart Sniffer. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here.
I loved listening to Fan's Ritter Mermaid performance.
Okay, Ritter Mermaid. So she did Mulan.
Everyone says 5 jokes, 4 are written by other people, and 1 is written by you, and no one will know which is yours. Like
I still think though, if I ever do this again, you will know there's
Maybe you could do it again with 4 completely new people, but your involvement is kept secret until the end. Then you could create cringe again, all secretive.
I think the only way we could ever possibly do this again is if we don't advertise it as a stream thing. Right? I could just go back to that comedy theater and we put out a comedy show tickets, right? And I don't put any of our names on it. But the issue with that, let me say this. Here's where I have my superpower. All right? Let me explain this. I do not give a fuck about bombing in front of strangers. You think I give a shit what these randos off the streets of San Diego think of my humor? Like, I don't give a... I'm telling you right now, you can have me go on stage and take a shit. I do not care at all. Oh, that's critical. I would be completely unbothered if Peanut wrote an 8-minute pedophile set and I had to go do it in front of random people. What made it so bad was the context that my fans paid money to fly out to see me perform stand-up for the first time. Bombing in front of a crowd of randoms, it's like, fuck you, I don't care, like, suck my dick, I don't even know who the fuck you are, right? Like, nobody cares. No, it's the fact that you guys paid to see me. All right, so moving on. I don't know why we're rehashing all this. I guess because I felt the cringe last night. It was Wubby's best stand-up set. I'm proud of what I wrote for Squeaks. I think it was funny. I really do. So we have Lego brick update. For those who don't know, the Lego situation is father-son had their collection sent to be sold by a very large Lego company called Bricks and Minifigs. Bricks and Minifigs stole the Legos instead of selling them. Long story short, huge fucking Lego debacle where the YouTuber Reckless Ben, this is Ben here, let me show you. Reckless Ben got involved, picked up the story, and decided to live up to his name and be really reckless. He went in and committed a bunch of crime to get these Legos back, and it looks like it kind of worked in a convoluted way. I think saying it worked is a little, well, I think it's an oversimplification, right? Because it in some ways it worked, but in a lot of other ways, ultimately just going through the legal channel worked. He did, it's a weird thing. He got eyes on it. Yes, but well, I've heard some updates. It's okay, hold on. I don't know if this is true, and I'm hoping in any of these videos we watch today, I can get confirmation of this, but I have heard that our boy, Reckless Ben here, has fled the United States to Mexico in order to avoid police detainment at this point. I don't know if this is true. I have not watched any of these videos. I've just gotten a lot of messages and a lot of people being like, did you know this happened? I also have been told that he is framing this as police corruption is trying to lock him down now. I don't know. We're going to try to get information on this. However, from my perspective and from speaking to a lawyer last night on stream, it doesn't appear this is as much. Now, maybe there's, listen, blanket statement, there is probably some amount of police corruption going on. Let's be fair. That's probably always the case, right? However, this man committed so many crimes in his last video. I got to keep it a buck, bro. If you're wanted, it could be police corruption. It can also be you committed a lot of crimes. So here's my issue with this, right? And Charlie hasn't really touched on this, and that's his right, but I just got to let it be known how I feel. I appreciate that Ben has, through one way or the other, helped this innocent guy who lost his Legos, right? However, what I don't appreciate is the way he went about doing it is, well, hey, guys, it's extremely reckless. In my opinion, extremely reckless. In my lawyer's opinion, incredibly illegal in many ways, right? And at a certain point in the video, both me and it seems my audience, my lawyer, not that relevant, but we all kind of got the opinion of like, hey, man, I think this somewhere along the line for you became about content as opposed to actually helping. And I think the better solution here would have been, again, we act like, well, the video did well, so he did the right thing. I promise you, this story was interesting enough without all of the crime he committed. I promise you, as a YouTuber who used to make stories like this, I'm not saying I have an eye for it, but low-key, any YouTuber who does this type of content, who makes stories about things, could have taken this and made it into a viral video. Minus the, like, wild list of crimes he committed. It's just guys having fun, though. Anyway, so with that being said, I want to get some amount of, you have to watch part 2. So part 2 is Patreon paywalled. It is on an unlisted YouTube link that has been sent to me. I am allowed to watch paywalled content as long as I do it in a transformative way. So, in an attempt to do it in a transformative way, I am going to skip around, pause, and give as much commentary as I humanly can. It is going to be probably the worst way to watch this video because it will be in no way a replacement for this video. This is going to be its own transformative version of this content. All right? I'm going to skip around. I'm going to see I'm going to give it as a full commentary on it. All right? Yeah, I'm sure you'll have plenty of comments to make. I haven't watched it yet. We're going to do a commentary. Just don't say a word. It's going to be a legally distinct version that does not replace, or I'm sorry, that transforms the original content. Billy D covers part 2 in his video yesterday. Maybe we just do that. Because here's the thing. I'm not going to be talking about this guy's legal activity and then put myself in his, it's not, by the way, I don't dislike Reckless Ben. I don't dislike Reckless Ben, but I will say this. I don't trust him. And I kind of don't want anything to do with him. What he is willing to do when he's in the right, what he's willing to do to make it happen, it is reckless to the point of fleeing the country. So do I want to be involved with him in any way? No, like not at all. Is he in the right for trying to help these people? Yes. Do I love that he helped them in any way? Yes. Is he now apparently in Mexico to avoid police custody? I don't want him to touch anything to do with me. You know what I mean? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to pull up the Philly D video, see what I can do. Hold on.
Wubby, what kind of sun chips were you eating yesterday? We need to know. Love you.
I just dropped a pile of magic cards. It's time to gather. You were asking.
Wubby, is it? Can you put the pizza down for a moment? I'm Chris Hansen.
Hey, Big Cat, a man lawyer that specializes in divorce law involving cryptic from space. Let me know if I can answer any questions for you.
All right. Here's Philly D's video.
This $200,000.
Shut up, Philip. Just kidding. I'm going to use your video. All right, here we go. Let's take a look.
This $200,000 Lego scandal is literally one of the craziest things I've ever seen. The Nazi misogyny situation that you might not be aware of is getting even worse. And we've got huge news on Trump's gerrymandering wars. We're talking about all of that on today's brand new Philip DeFranco show. You daily dive into the news, so buckle up, hit that like button, and let's just jump into it, starting.
My boy tans. Philly, I know you've been tanning. I know you've been tanning. I can see it around your eyes. I know you've been tanning.
With this, because we have got to talk about what may be the greatest YouTube conspiracy of the decade. You've got corporate Lego thieves, vigilante YouTubers, legal battles, police raids, even the Mormon church is involved. And it all starts with one of the biggest Lego collections in the entire world. Or to meet the main guy behind this story.
He's going to summarize it, which I really appreciate him doing here for people who didn't see yesterday. I want to say this. My opinion is subject to change as I get new info, but let me tell you where I'm at right now. I've only seen part 1. That's all I've seen. And with part 1 being seen, there's a lot of talks of like complete police corruption, all right? Not general police corruption, specific police corruption. In part 1, listen to my words very carefully because I'm choosing them very carefully. In part 1, There was a lot
Bubby,
of
the town is trying to demolish.
Can you shut the fuck up? Do you guys have no social awareness? In part 1, okay, it's mind melting sometimes. In part 1, Ben alleges police corruption, but every time he did, there was none happening. Now you're gonna say, but Wubby, okay. In part 1, he got trespassed, and he's like, classic case of the police working with bricks and it's like, no, that's not what was happening. And so this is why I believe it's difficult to follow this story given everything is being drip fed from Ben, because Ben has proven he is pretty unreliable as the storyteller of this, which is unfortunate because he's the only storyteller at this point. When he got trespassed very early in the video, he said, police corruption. See, they're working with them. No, they're not. Police got called for trespass. They trespassed you. It's that simple. So the police corruption thing, I'm ready to hear how the story has advanced. I'm very willing to believe the police are corrupted. Very willing. But I haven't heard it yet. So I just want to make that clear. Now, someone's saying there's actual corruption now. Great. I'm ready to hear. What about the contract? We talked to my lawyer about that. Remember, we brought the lawyer on, and he explained, like, yeah, the police are dumb. And he even said, I don't fuck with cops, but that was not an example of it.
Brian Manzel. And Brian says that his dad, he began collecting Star Wars Lego sets in the early 2000s. He's been racking them up for some 20 years until he had a collection worth up to $200,000. But then in November of 2023, with his dad suffering from health complications, Brian decides, hey, it's time to sell the Legos. And so he goes to a franchise Lego store in Salem, Kaiser, Oregon. It's called Bricks and Minifigs, and he signs a consignment agreement with its owner, Crystal Law Gorman.
What about the cops switching up their attitudes when whispering with each other? I think, assuming that means the cops said, hey, we're not going to investigate this because we're corrupt or whatever. I think, again, and I think my lawyer agreed with me, I'm pretty sure the cop went, this is the asshole who's been trespassing this property and harassing them for 4 days. Like, we need to get out of this and get him off the property. And here's the thing. You can tell me I'm wrong. I can tell you wrong. I don't know what the cop said, but that is not enough evidence to go, corruption! And even more so, the person claiming it's corruption has proven he's willing to drop that whenever things don't go his way. So now, again, if there's more evidence to come, I'm super happy to see it. But what was shown in the video was not enough for me.
And according to the contract, and this was reviewed by the Salem Business Journal, while Brian would retain full ownership over the Lego sets, bricks, and minifigs, they'd sell them out of the store, giving Brian 65% of the proceeds. So then here's where it gets complicated, right? Because 1 year later, Gorman was planning to leave the country, so she reached out to Bricks and Minifigs' corporate office. And both sides of that exchange, they have wildly different accounts of what happened next. Corporate's chief executive, Amin McNeff, he claims that Gorman wanted to close the store, but he told her that wasn't an option. She then becomes uncooperative, and he terminates the franchise agreement. And since according to him, Gorman owed corporate some $200,000, that allowed him to seize the store's assets to pay off her debts. But in Gorman's telling of the story, she says she wanted to sell the store, not just close it, but corporate seized it immediately, then threatened her, wouldn't let her conduct an inventory, and then forced her out the same night. And she also disputes that $200,000 debt and argues that corporate used it as a pretext to take the entire store. But either way, for Brian, he says that the issue for him was that all the Lego sets that he legally owned were still lining the store's shelves. And so then with all this, you had Gorman releasing what she claims is video footage from the store in which you can hear her telling a corporate representative about Brian's agreement, and you have the rep replying that the store's new owners will take it over.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet.
This is a recap. This is a recap and then a conversation about part 2.
I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
So Brian, he then reportedly sends a letter to the store's new owners, canceling the agreement, demanding the money that he was owed, and asking for any unsold Lego sets back. But according to Brian, the new owners denied any knowledge of that agreement, and corporate told him to take it up with Gorman. But of course, he was like, what are you talking about? Gorman doesn't own the store anymore. You guys own it, and you have my Legos. But I'm also claiming that this is what happened when he argued with a corporate rep about it.
The guy just looks at me, crosses his arms, and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If we go to court, we're going to drag this thing out so long, and you're going to end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten out of it.
We'll go to part 2 after this. Just give me a second.
Are
Are y'all fighting in chat? What's happening in chat? You're fucking stupid. You need to calm down, little bro. I heard him say he's going to watch the video instead. He doesn't want to get more directly connected. Must have missed something, I guess. No, I'm hesitant to watch part 2 because it's currently paywalled. Yes, you guys are spamming me a link that's not paywalled. I have a legal right to transform that content, or rather a legal defense to. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little hesitant to, because I'm going to be honest with you, Reckless Ben, in my eyes, is reckless. I could see him doing something fucking insane. There's an 1.5-hour video of that.
Worth it, man.
And so that is where YouTuber Ben Schneider, also known as Reckless Ben, comes in. And Ben's known for these investigative projects where he puts on spy glasses and goes into place like the Church of Scientology or McCamey Manor, right? That haunted house attraction accused of abuse that Hulu turned into a documentary. And well, his latest project is actually to get Brian his Legos back. But that turned out to be so much more complicated than he ever could have imagined. And I want to preface here just by saying so much of this story that we have is only through Ben's point of view up to this point. So just keep that in mind. But first,
literally what I was saying. It's exactly. And that's what makes this so difficult, because God, I just wish this was, I wish like any other YouTube, like I wish CoffeeZilla was involved with it. Like someone who I'm like, okay, I know what you're saying based on your track record has merit.
He went to the local Bricks and Minifigs store, but the manager there told him to go to corporate. So then he goes to corporate headquarters, but they tell him to talk to the local store owners. So he then goes back to the store and he tells them what corporate said, but the manager accuses him of harassment, calls the police, and trespassed him for life. And at this point, he wants to talk to the store's owner, Josh Johnson, directly, but he doesn't have the guy's phone number, so he gets a little creative. Right? Because in Ben's mind, the Bricks and Minifigs employees were brainwashed, so he decided to create what he called his own Lego cult by brainwashing an employee to join his side. And to pull this off, he had his friend Victor pose as a famous YouTuber who was filming a big video at the store.
My name's Victor. We're going to Bricks and Minifigs. Let's go.
So Victor set up a fake competition, then invited the employee who won it to accept her award.
You're the Lego Queen. Yes,
I hope Philly gives a little commentary on this, because I feel like I'm taking crazy pills when I watch Charlie's video and Charlie like doesn't criticize this, or rather, it didn't appear that I didn't watch the whole thing. Maybe he does, but like, I hope Philly goes. And by the way, this was like retarded and crazy, and ultimately only kind of just hurt like an innocent early 20s employee. Like, why would we do this?
Lego Queen! Lego Queen! Lego Queen! Lego Queen!
Then, after getting her
This
trust,
isn't illegal. Did you hear me use that word once?
They asked her about Brian's Legos.
I know some of it. They were gonna reimburse him for everything, and then I think they did, and he's still upset about everything, which I get.
They reimbursed him for everything?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any of his stuff on the shelves.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have any of it.
We think they've been lying to you. So these were all the sets in the store, and they're all metadata timestamped.
Wait, we do have these ones.
Yeah, those are all his.
No, some of them I think we do still have.
Yeah, I know you guys do. You showed me one of them when I asked.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought it's called on you?
Yeah, all I did was...
Oh my god.
No, I watched the Charlie video. He didn't really criticize. I didn't realize the YouTuber was this crazy until you watched the whole video. Yeah, it's kind of like we're getting kind of like a watered down version of it, but like it's crazy.
What's funny is after you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
And lastly, she apparently gave him the owner Josh's phone number, so they called him up. But he denied having any knowledge of the Legos and argued that the co-assignment contract had nothing to do with him because he wasn't the one who signed it. And so Ben's next move was to take Bricks and Minifigs to court. But he says that doing it the normal way,
not even really true,
would have been prohibitively expensive. So instead, he did it the abnormal way.
Not even true. He that's not what happened. This is what I mean. Like, you got to watch his original video. He didn't then go, well, maybe we should go to court. Like, this is getting out of hand. There's like 4 other schemes where like how many crimes were committed before they finally take him to court?
Bricks and Minifigs into suing him so that the company would cover the upfront cost of going to court. And his method was to create his own business, steal their brand name, and make it seem like he changed the tagline to "We steal from old people."
That is what happened.
Is where I'm going to make my grand reveal. You see, this entire time,
the TM, as my lawyer pointed out, the TM that they forgot to cut out.
Company name was actually called We Steal From Old People. Yeah, the words Bricks and Minifigs, that's just the company tagline. In America, there's no specific law that says whether the tagline has to be above or beneath the company name, so I'm just allowed to do this.
So people are just assuming that the name is
wasn't
Bricks and Minifigs, but that's really just the tagline of our company. And our company name is actually We Steal From Old People.
Except Bricks and Minifigs, they don't take the bait. So over the course of this video, he comes up with a number of schemes to try and take this company to court, including creating a lottery to give away some of Brian's Legos, planning to vandalize a store with fake signs and banners, tricking the manager into a contract that says she owes him $5,000 for each time she called the cops on him, which is 8 times by this point, deep faking a fake apology video of Brian and exploiting a legal loophole by having Brian split the ownership of the Legos 10 different ways so that the store can be taken to a small claims court 10 different times. And actually, that last trick is what finally worked. The store seems to do everything in its power to dodge getting served, but once it does, they just don't respond to the lawsuits. And it looks like that results in a bunch of summary judgments, but when they go to collect, the store's been closed down. At which point, Ben claims that this is just the latest scheme by the owners to avoid liability and keep the Legos. And that is where the first video ends. And after all of this, Ben claims that he was swatted by police, and if everything up until now already did not sound like a spy movie, brace yourself, because he posted part 2 on his Patreon where he claims that the police and the Mormon church are essentially colluding with one another to protect each other. And so we bought it to see what he's actually claiming went down here. And again, and I stress this, keep this in mind, that all of this is Ben's presentation of the events. But it begins with him trying to personally sue Josh and Brandon Best, the other owner of that franchise Bricks and Minifigs location. To do that, the court tells Ben that he needs to first demonstrate a good faith effort to resolve the dispute prior to filing. And so they first track down Josh at his house, they stake it out, they monitor him before then confronting him. So they go to the corporate office and they say they kind of want to give him one last chance to make everything right, but the employees, they call the cops. Ben and his team leave, they then drive back to Josh's house, except footage shows cops arriving there too. And so suddenly they find themselves stopped by the cops again, and the cops claim that they didn't fully stop at a stop sign, but Ben says that's a complete lie. He even plays footage that he later obtained from the police dash cam that seems to show them coming to a full stop. But also, either way, this interaction, it goes kind of how you think it would by this point. It devolves into him talking about the Lego situation before the cops let the group go. And at this point, Ben really starts hammering in this idea that whatever the cops are doing here, it's meant to protect these men. But that also does not appear to stop him. Ben then tracks down Brandon next, and Brandon also calls the cops, who hand Ben a trespass notice, but again, let him go. And then this is where the whole Mormon aspect of it apparently comes into play, with Ben saying that he discovers both Josh and Brandon are Mormon, so he ropes in members of their church to talk to them. Right after that, they're stopped by the cops again. And according to Ben,
Can someone point the corruption to me? I'm having a hard time because, like, I'm lost. I'm not like it's like, so I continued to go down to the line and show up to these people's houses, and I'm keep watching. Okay. Like again, you have to remember it's from his perspective. So this is the best possible way his side of the story could be presented, right? This is the best way because it's his version. And from what I'm understanding, yeah, cops stopped him incorrectly at a stop sign. But at this point, I would argue the cops probably know who he is. And I would argue the cops know who he is. Maybe because of Mormon involvement. I'm willing to see evidence of that. But right now, we are ignoring the forest for the trees. I would argue the cops in this town know who he is at this point, right? Because he has put out a massive video with millions of views, because he's getting trespassing calls every hour on the, like, he's committing crime on video. It's not illegal to show up to someone's house and ask questions. It's illegal to stay. They're calling the cops and asking him to leave, and the cops keep showing up. So that's objectively corrupt. What? What's corrupt? Can you, like, literally, I'm happy to hear. Can you explain? Wubby, keep watching. Well, he found out they're Mormon, and because they're Mormon, he's saying Mormons are involved with the police. Is that what he's saying?
reported them for having heroin, with police searching the car for 2 hours.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. What
he discovers both Josh and Brandon or more.
We're speculating again, and you're doing the same thing as we did in part one. Here's the difference with my speculation, though. You are making the assertion that this is a Mormon police government or police department Mormon cover-up, right? That's the assertion. I am making no assertion. Your job is to convince me now. So until you do, I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for evidence. And you're like, well, you're speculating too. I'm like, no, I'm waiting to hear what you have to present.
And so
who is asserting that? Scroll up. I'm not going to argue with you if you're coming in like, what's happening?
He ropes in members of their church to talk to them. Right after that, they're stopped by the cops again. And according to Ben, someone reported them for having heroin, with police searching the car for 2 hours. Ben saying he has to undergo multiple drug searches, but ultimately the cops don't find anything. They are eventually let go, and long story short, their lawsuits are approved, so they go to serve the papers. Except the cops are called again. Twice. And the second time, the cops actually offer to go serve Brandon the papers themselves, but a few minutes later, they bring them back to Ben and they claim they're fake. And for Ben, this is really where a lot of the collusion claims start coming together. Because Ben hasn't even moved from his spot, and now police start coming up again for a third time, and they take the papers from Josh again. With Ben also
dude, some of you, I'm this close to just removing myself from this conversation. Some of you are emotionally attached to this in a way that, one, is unhealthy, and two, I don't know if I want you in my community. Okay? The all caps, explain that then, Wubby. Hey, do you remember how I said when new evidence comes in, I'm going to analyze it, look at it, and adjust my opinion accordingly. Yeah, so as I said before, you couldn't even stop yourself from pressing enter. As I was in the middle of explaining, I said, oh, that's weird. That's a problem. Yeah, that's an odd thing. I'm interested in that. I'd love to learn more about that because that on its surface seems problematic. Chat, fucking breathe. At the end of the day, no matter how you slice it too, none of this actually affects you. Okay, so calm the fuck down. Unless you're Brian in my chat right now, I'll let you have some passion. Unless you're Ben in my chat right now, or any of the people in this, I'll let you have that passion. Everybody else, fucking hands off keyboard, okay? I almost want to go and do all this off stream. It's like you guys cannot handle someone slowly coming to a conclusion. You're ahead, right? So you think the information should just be known. I'm learning as I'm learning. I'm doing this intentionally because I wanted to explore with you guys. It seems like a lot of you, the loud ones, have done all the research on your own and now are almost frustrated I'm not at the same point as you. Just fucking breathe. I'm learning live. This information is coming as it comes.
Body cam footage that he says he obtained through legal requests where you can hear an official telling these cops the papers are legit. But after that call, the cops arrest Ben, and according to his team, they didn't give him any reason as to why. And while he's eventually released, he never really dives into the details here. But also, this is where Ben goes on.
Okay, see this whole thing is, in my opinion, fucked and complicated. So Ben gets arrested by the police. Ben is claiming at the time he never even was told why. Ben has been released from the police and is still not clarifying what the reason for the arrest was. That to me is a red flag on both sides. I'm sorry, but I believe both people are lying there. I believe the police are acting out of incorrectly. And I would love to like, hey man, why did you get arrested? If you're booked at a certain point, you're going to find out what's going on. I want to know what they said. Let's see it. It must have been police corruption. I'm sure of it. But like, yes. Okay. First off, I almost want to talk to like someone high up in police understanding because I have no idea I'm just going off of the word of someone I don't trust is my problem at this point. I don't know what to think. And I think Philly has made that very clear. He's like, remember, take this all with a grain of salt. This is all Ben's perspective. That's fair. I don't know. It's hard to believe. We'll be kind of off topic. I want to thank you. I have many conditions, one of them being rather severe anxiety. Your streams and videos always make my day better. Hey, thank you, man. I hope you're doing okay. You got
all
this,
in
man.
On another front. He reveals that.
Are you sure he was arrested and booked or just detained? I don't know. I think we're getting to a point here, Chad. I think I gotta watch that other video.
An earlier call with Brian alleged that the cops are part of the Mormon community, with Brian saying, quote, they're like a huge clan that takes care of each other. And Ben outright claims that the justice system is actively protecting the bricks and minifigs criminals, as he calls them. And so he's at the end of his rope at this point, feeling like the only thing that he has the power to do anymore is just kind of raise the money for Brian directly and wash his hands of it. So he sets up a GoFundMe, and as he is hanging a banner for it at the place where he is staying in Utah, guess who shows up? And it ain't Joseph Smith. Surprise, surprise, it is the cops. They ask one of Ben's team to hand over his phone. He hands it to the officer. And
don't do that.
According to Ben in the footage in the video, as that team member goes to lock it, the cops try to snatch it from him before he can. That's also when the officer starts cuffing and arresting that team member. He's then taken away, interrogated, and as the team's waiting to see what happens next, police then descend on the house where they're staying, guns drawn. The cops yelling at Ben, don't move like that, but the footage appears to show Ben standing pretty still when he's grabbed, and Ben here actually claims that his shoulder got dislocated by that whole maneuver. And as for how the police were able to enter the house, they obtained a warrant to search for stolen Legos, with Ben noting that it was
okay. See, that's bad.
At one point previously, Josh has even threatened to accuse him of this. And since
they need a warrant to search the phone, I wonder if they had one.
This is his second arrest. The cops request that Ben be held without bail until days later, a judge dismisses that request. But then as soon as he's released, he realizes that there's another warrant out for his arrest, and he's been listed as a physical threat to Josh. And so I kid you not, this guy ends the video by saying that he's fled to Mexico so the Utah police cannot get him because otherwise he could face up to 5 years behind bars. So after all of that crazy, this is where we are right now. You have a lot of online outrage over this whole thing. Bricks and Minifigs responded by saying this is all a complex business dispute reduced to edited social media clips, claiming Bricks and Minifigs was not a party to the unauthorized Salem consignment agreement. And you got Ben promising a part 3. And so while we wait to see what happens next, I have to pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here?
Oh, Philly, come on. Why are you? Just give us a thought, Philly.
Thoughts, opinions, reactions, takes, any and all. I would love to hear from you in those comments down below. Because
no, you don't read them.
What the actual hell? And then there's...
Of course he's not going to give us anything. He's not going to give us a fucking peep. Let me think. Okay, let me think about how I feel about this. It's tough. I think I'm seeing I need to know what's true. The problem is both parties here I'm willing to believe the worst of. You want to convince me police are doing things incorrectly and arguably corrupt? You know? You want to convince me of that? It's not going to take much. Right? You want to convince me Ben is sensationalizing and being way more of a shit than he is putting out into public light? Not going to be hard to convince me of that too. So it kind of puts me in this situation where giving an opinion on this is difficult because, okay, I'll give you the example I'm going to give right now. I'm going to be gracious and as not gracious as possible to both sides. Okay. What's your point? Huh? What are people? Oh, wait. Good argument. Okay. I'm not going to even look at chat right now because chat's having a meltdown. Okay. So here's me being gracious to Ben. And then, okay, so being gracious to Ben means everything in his part 2, which we'll probably go watch, is face value. The police are not only overstepping, but they are fully in being weaponized by members of the Mormon Church to ruin Ben's life, to get him arrested and locked up, to try to catch him on any charge. This is me being as gracious as possible, Ben. They arrested him without any reason. They never told him. They detained him. They're just harassing him through a corrupt process of because they are in Josh's back pocket because Josh has ties to the Mormon Church. This is me being as gracious to Ben as possible. Okay. Now let's be as gracious to the police as possible. Ben is purposefully leaving out information involving the police interaction that adds to the confusion in online discourse, right? The police are getting calls about this guy who has a history of harassment, who has a history of trespassing, who has a history of being a little bit unhinged for his YouTube channel. And as a result, the police are either through ignorance or mishandling the situation, overstepping. However, Ben is lying about the extent of it to sensationalize this. That is me being fair to both sides, right? What I think the truth is, if you really want to know, because this is kind of how it is most of the time in real life, I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Also, I want to point out, somebody pointed this out in chat too. People keep using the word swatted. I just want you to know this isn't a swatting. Like definitionally, it's not a swatting. They had a search warrant. That's signed by a judge. That's not a SWAT. SWAT is a different thing. That's not a gotcha. I'm not like, haha, but I just want you to know those words have meaning. Okay, that's not a swatting. He was not swatted. There is a difference. Now you can say it doesn't matter. Okay, if it doesn't matter, then just use the correct terms. Just use. I'm letting you know I'm not happy with what the police did there. However, that is by definition of what swatting is. That's not a SWAT. Isn't that how swatting works? Bro, this isn't Google. If you are behind in the terms we understand, you don't need to ask me, okay? Go search up Bing. That's not what a swatting is, all right? Holy shit, it's like, I swear to God, look at how annoyed everyone else is around you right now. What the fuck? Anyway, a swatting is for imminent threats and doesn't require a search warrant, and it's usually a fake call by some sort of degenerate felon prankster online to get the police to kick in your door to stop imminent danger. A search warrant raid being executed is something signed off by a judge. Swat this dick. Swat these nuts. I want you to swat him with your mouth, please. I want to kiss. How is this shit so fucking toxic? I will tell you how. I will tell you how this shit has become so fucking toxic. The internet works in black and white. And if you want to make that line the most distinct as humanly possible, involve the police in any way. In any way. If you want the most vitriolic, one-sided discourse online, just mention the word police. All nuance, all critical thinking dies when you mention police in terms of online conversation, right? And it makes it difficult for like normal people, right? I have pretty much the same opinion as my lawyer does, which is like, in general, I do not like police. In general, I think there is a lot of incompetency on a surface level and corruption at a deeper level, right? However, what it means to look at a situation critically means I have to look at what's being presented to me and pause my own bias for a second. I have to sit here and go, okay, yes, I understand this about the police. Let me look at this situation. Let me look at what's being presented. Let me look at who Ben is, who's alleging it. I have to do that, right? And I think that's where, because I see people in chat going, why are people so hot about this? It's because police are involved. It's that simple. It's because police are involved and people have a seriously, like, hard time, maybe fairly, putting aside pain they felt and like real situations. And I understand I would never tell you to stop feeling that way, but it's difficult when I want to have a conversation that's beyond, haha, fuck cops, Ben's right, everything he's saying is true. It's like, well, hold on. I don't know if I trust Ben either. You're not going to get me to say I trust the cops. Also, not to mention, here's another example. This couldn't be more of a perfect example to figure out nuance, right? I don't like the Mormon church. In fact, if you watch my Twitch stream yesterday, every time they got brought up, I said something really horribly critical of them as a joke, right? And yet I'm still sitting here and I'm like, well, hold on. Before I just say, haha, but it's the Mormon church's fault. Like, I need more, right? Again, I've been saying this from the beginning. Unfortunately for this whole story, it's spearheaded by reckless Ben. God, I wish it was anybody else. Because Ben is making it incredibly... Ben is making this something that should be so easy for me to pick a side on. He is making it so difficult for me. It's all we have to go off of, Wubby. Exactly why your temperature should be turned down. It's exactly why you, if you're screaming and crashing out in chat, if you're like, well, Ben's all we have to go off of, exactly why you need to go, well, hold on, let me turn this down a little bit and let's wait. Let's see what's going on here. Motherfucking Ben is in Mexico right now, guys. But Ben is still on the right side. Do you think adding that to the conversation has done anything for it by saying that right now? That has been established 100 times over. Ben may be on the right side, right? But it is a nuanced conversation at this point. And you might be saying it's not nuanced. You're just missing information. Well, then that goes back to my original point of I need to get fully caught up. Where I sit right now, though, it's tough. Like, I gotta be real. It must feel so good from your perspective if you have it all figured out. I would want to feel like that. You probably feel like the smartest guy in the room right now. You probably feel so intelligent, and that's probably why it's so attractive to pick a side right now, because you probably feel like you figured it out. You know how it feels where I'm sitting? I'm confused. I feel like, fuck, I don't know. This is tough. It probably feels so good to feel that way, right? Mods must be tired of all this stupid chatter. Yeah, it's stupid because I should not feel so about wanting to be on Ben's side. But how much of a fucking retard he was handling the entire situation. Exactly. That's kind of a grander point in general, is that Ben has actually made it difficult. Even if Ben is completely right, he is making it hard. And how is it? How much of a fuck up are you to make it hard to side with you when you are on the right side? Technically, this is why you don't get YouTube pranksters to do PR for you. Yeah. He's really hard to root for. He is. Okay, let's just go to his part 2. I'm curious to see. But like, fuck me, do I even want to watch his part 2? Like, god damn it. Okay, yeah, let's start it. Like, the title of this video is I got swatted because of Legos. I didn't realize this. The whole SWAT narrative, it's from him. This isn't a swatting. It's, bro, I got police raided because of Lego videos, right? You'll understand why people are so upset when you watch this. But here's my problem, and I feel like you're not listening. I don't know if I'll understand why people are so upset when I watch this, because one of my underlying points is I am calling into question Ben's account. So if I watch this and I go, oh my God, this is terrible, then I'm falling for exactly what I'm trying to cause people to be critical of, which is I don't know that I trust everything that Ben is saying until he gives me a reason to trust him. The store owners leaked audio? About what? What is the relevance of that? I'm going to pull this up off. This is probably going to be the fucking La Do guy, isn't it? You're going to be banned if it is. Oh, they took our store life savings, help us fight back. Okay, wait, there's a new video. I have that pulled up already. Let's see that.
Step outside, everybody.
No, don't move. This is the story of how I got swatted, all because of Legos. The whole thing started with me investigating a Lego company called Bricks and Minifigs. The company sent 2 guys to...
Okay, we know this.
Bricks and Minifigs company is.
We didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business.
We still gotta get the Legos back.
Yeah, I made a promise to this family that I was not gonna stop on my journey until we get them their entire Lego collection back. Right now, the 2 owners, Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best, probably think that they're safe by closing out the store. But the reality is, I can literally just sue them all over again, but personally this time. So I started to file my lawsuit.
Okay. I feel like this is already immediately a better solution. This is kind of what I was saying the whole time. It's like, bro, just sue their asses. Just take him to fucking court.
But right after I filed this court case, it got rejected. And
Why?
The reason was I failed to demonstrate a good faith effort to resolve the dispute prior to filing.
Basically, before this court case could approved.
I want to know at this point, are you lawyered up? Because I look at this, and again, I have no idea if this is true, if this is how it works, if what this means. I want to know what a lawyer would say.
I have to at least attempt to settle with Josh outside of court first.
I tried calling Josh, but I'm blocked.
I'm sorry. But the person...
So my only option left is to travel to his house to have...
I don't know if that... See, this dude, every minute of this is just... I would want my lawyer next to me going, is this the only other option, or is Ben lying to me again? I don't know if... See, this is what I'm talking about. He's making it so... So my only other option is to show up at his front door. Is it? I don't know. I'm thinking about my lawyer right now. I can hear his voice. Do not show up to his house. What, under no circumstances should you show up to his house?
This conversation in person.
Basically, if Josh wants to save the day, I got him a trophy that says Joshua Johnson saved the day. And we'll give him this trophy, but he has to give the Legos back first.
So we started driving to Josh's house to have this good faith conversation the court requires us to have.
I don't want to get my lawyer on another call for this because, I don't want to pay him.
In Josh's neighborhood. Oh my gosh.
But when we showed up, Josh was already outside talking on the phone to someone.
Oh my gosh, okay, Josh is outside on the phone. That's crazy.
So? What the fuck? So? What is that? That's crazy. So?
Wait, do I interrupt his phone call or do we just like wait?
Interrupt his phone call?
No, probably not.
I thought it would be pretty rude to interrupt his phone call, so we parked around the corner and decided to wait from...
This is fucking insane behavior. Dude, what the fuck? What are we doing here?
I like how we should just have this conversation outside. Right. He doesn't want to get his wife involved. He's hiding something.
Everything's good, honey.
What the heck?
I'm pretty sure Josh is on the phone with corporate Bricks and Minifigs. And the reason I think that is we were actually just there right before this.
Okay, pulling up to Bricks and Minifigs headquarters.
Okay, that does change.
The plan was to give them one more chance to do the right thing before suing them again. While we were there, one of the corporate employees answered the door.
You send a certified mailer showing it's delivered, offer a timeline to respond, then show the court they never attempted to contact. Yeah, no, literally. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's what my lawyer would say to do.
And told us he would get the CEO to come talk.
I mean, you could also start by like trying a different number. Like, you don't have to call with your number.
To us.
Okay. Well, no, they said they're getting some guy to talk to us. We're just waiting.
I can already tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys. Like,
Really? But they told us that they were. I know.
Since Josh only lives like 15 minutes away, they must have informed him that we're in
Damn, we really just showing his house.
the area. Because a few minutes later, this happened.
Dude, the police just showed up. What the heck? Why are the police at his house?
Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. Why are we playing dumb? Why are we playing dumb? Why are the police at his house? Really? You wonder. Why are you, motherfucker, why are you at his house? Literally, actually, question here. Genuinely. Why are you, like, I want him to answer that. Because he said at the beginning of the video, I have to go because it's my only option. In 30 seconds, we came up with like 4 other options. All, by the way, significantly more powerful in terms of filing this lawsuit. This is not powerful for filing a lawsuit. Motherfucker, why are you at the house? It's not against the law to be on the car on the street. Okay, I'm not. You need to stop creating arguments to defeat that I never presented. I didn't say it was against the law. I'm criticizing him sitting here going, whoa, why are the cops showing up? The cops are showing up because you are here. Okay? And because I would assume this guy doesn't want you near his property. And also, let's stop being 9-year-olds. I would assume this man is going to go to his front door at some point, and this guy doesn't want anything to do with him. What are you doing? Why are we playing dumb when it's convenient? You are literally going through the same talking points this guy is. It's like you are intentionally playing dumb. Whoa, why'd the cops show up? Hey, dog, let's not, you can be here, but let's stop playing dumb. You know why the cops showed up. You understand. The case was dismissed with prejudice, so he can't bring it back to the court unless the facts change. Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know what that means.
Dude. 2 cop cars.
Wubby, stop responding to morons in chat. I just want your perspective. That's fair. That's
3 cop cars?
Oh my gosh. Cop cars.
Why is there 3 cop cars at his house?
Well, I don't know what's happening.
We didn't even walk up to his house yet. The cops are following us. What the heck? That's so crazy, dude. Obey every traffic law.
He's got his lights on.
Oh, shoot.
He's pulling us over.
My name's Officer. This is American Police. The reason I stopped it is the stop sign.
Okay, so that's probably a lie. And listen, I'll be as critical to everyone as I can. I guarantee that's a lie. I guarantee he was stopped. I guarantee Josh called the cops saying there's someone stalking and harassing me, and I believe he's showing up to my house. I believe the cops then saw this car doing laps. This cop looked for a reason to stop him. Do I think that's okay? No. But that's probably what happened. I don't think it was as simple as this cop pulled me over for no reason. And I think this is, listen, you can debate if you think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. But let's, again, stop pretending and being babies, okay? I believe this cop pulled him over because he had a conversation with Josh, and Josh said, there's someone I believe who's, this is what I think is happening. And until something otherwise is presented, this is what I think is most likely. Someone's harassing me. Someone showed up at my work or wherever. I believe they're at my house now. Hey, do you recognize that car? No. Okay. Follows them, finds an excuse to stop them, stops them to get some information. Is that okay? No. I don't like police stopping people and harassing people. Do I think that's okay? No. Do I also think this is avoidable? Yes. Same time. Hey, man. Don't do this. You want to sue this guy? You can sue him. Lawyer up. It's actually a lot better. Your lawyer would never in a million years recommend going to their house and taking photos. But Wubby, it's legal. What are we doing here? Are we doing nana nana boo boo, I'm not touching you? Or are we trying to get the Legos back? Are we trying to get money? Because I'll tell you right now, this is not how you get the Legos back or get money. Okay? What are we doing here? Is it, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, or are we trying to get the Legos back? Okay, this is wasting everyone's time. But Wubby, fuck cops. Yep, dude, I fucking hate cops. You know what I hate more than cops? Interacting with them. You want to know how I don't interact with them? I would have handled this properly.
I didn't? I thought I stopped.
Yeah, you definitely stopped. So you said you ran a stop sign?
Huh?
You said you ran a stop sign?
I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I was like,
because we definitely.
Yeah, the cops are fucking lying. That's what they fucking do. Yeah. I believe firmly they are lying to try to stop this car because they flagged it for being the car that was there to harass. Is that fuck? Yeah, I don't want that. You know, I'll write my congressperson.
Stopped at the stop sign.
Stopped.
Yeah.
I was so sure that we stopped at the stop sign.
Why do you hate cops? I listen, I'm sure, okay, if you're a cop and you're watching me, I don't immediately think you are a monster, right? But in general, the entire system of police, it is a slippery slope that unfortunately more often than not ends in bad. There's nuance to it, and the internet doesn't like that either. But in general, I like to avoid every interaction possible. I don't talk to cops. I don't give cops information. I don't look at them. I don't want anything to do with them because I don't trust them. And I think that's fucked up that I live in a world where I don't trust the people that are meant to protect us. Right? It's not even woke, dude. Like, my fucking lawyer advises me on this, right? Like, do not fuck with police. And that's a problem, by the way. I don't want police to feel that way. But it's I don't interact with cops. That doesn't mean if I get pulled over, I'm like, fuck you, I'm a sovereign citizen. I do what I do to get out of that interaction because I'm scared. I'm a white guy and I'm feeling this way. But like, God help you if you're not. It's just, it's not even woke. Just don't interact with cops, yo. They're scary.
All the police footage of this. And as you can see, we didn't even do a rolling stop. We fully stopped at the stop sign. So this is an illegal traffic stop.
So who's Ben?
Me?
Okay, the fact that they knew, that I feel like this validates what I was saying, that I believe the police are stopping because of the call, because of the harassment accusations. Is that valid? No, I'm just explaining. The fact that they know the name.
Ben, how's Utah?
It's good.
Like it?
Okay, it's pretty obvious that the police know why we're here, so I just explained to them the entire situation.
This old man spent his entire life collecting the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection set.
The only problem is it's a crazy story, and the police officer did not believe me.
Okay, the police he doesn't care. He doesn't care. This is why I don't like Ben. No, this random fucking low-level cop does not give a fuck. He right now wants you away from that guy's property, and if you have a problem with that, okay, you're gonna go to jail. It's that simple. Dude, if this guy's ignoring your lawsuit request, whatever, lawyer up and do it do it above board. The cop does not give a fuck. Dude, I hate, I'm gonna have to say this in every clip just in case. I don't like cops. Still say what I'm saying.
$200,000 sounds crazy.
Yeah.
The cop's like, dude, I do not care.
The officer went back to his car. This is the message that he radioed in.
Hey, can you get the contact for Reckless Ben? Said he didn't have his ID, but he's just straight lying to me about everything else, so.
Since the cops don't believe my story, they trespassed me from the property.
Okay. And it's not because they didn't believe your story. It's because oh my God, he's lying to you as an audience. I want you to know that. Ben is lying to you. They did not trespass him because he didn't believe their story. They trespassed him because the owner of the property said, I don't want this fucking kid anywhere near me. What are you talking about?
Today is being trespassed from that property.
Okay.
Yeah, we were forced to go home without having this good faith conversation the court requires us to have.
Yeah, what do we do now?
Get a lawyer. He's still lying to you. Get a lawyer. A lawyer would tell you what to do. A lawyer would never tell you to show up to someone's house in a million years.
Dude, we didn't even get to talk to him and we're already trespassed.
So dude,
the one thing I didn't understand was how the heck did they know we were coming? I was hiding in the back seat the entire time, and the car's windows were extremely tinted.
These windows are so tinted, you can't see anything.
But as I was outside inspecting our car,
Thank you, brother.
The same police showed up to our house.
Oh no, we're getting pulled over.
Okay, very interested in this interaction because this seems even like more of an overstep from the police. I want to see what reason they give.
And it was weird. He wouldn't tell us why he was here.
Oh, was he not pulling them over? Is he just there?
Like I said, we've already talked about it.
Yeah, well, thanks for being so cool about everything.
Yeah.
9 puffins. Are you saying he's dumb or I'm dumb?
They're after us, dude.
Anyways, since Josh clearly doesn't want to have this good faith conversation with me, I took his trophy and destroyed it.
So that interaction, the cops weren't even pulling him over. All right, whatever. I mean, I don't like that. I don't know. What opinion am I supposed to go on that? The cop followed him, but didn't. I thought the cop was pulling him over again. No, he just was there. I don't know. What am I supposed to? Intimidation tactic? Hey man, I don't like cop. We should. If this conversation is about cops intimidating, I'm sure we could have a conversation about that. That's fair. I think it is important to have that conversation, and I'm not equipped to have it. What I am equipped to have is, hey man, I think if you're trying to serve somebody or have a lawsuit with somebody, you should probably lawyer up. That's what I can tell you. I am knowledgeable enough on that to say, hey, maybe don't show up to people's houses to try to have conversations with them. You should probably go through counsel.
Wait guys, let's throw it off that thing.
Just like in the previous video, I tried to give Josh the benefit of the doubt, the easy way.
Don't think he did. I actually don't think he did.
But again, Josh does not want to do the easy way. The only option left is to go the hard way. But before going the hard way, I actually remembered that there's another owner of the store named Brandon Best. Brandon is the guy in the security camera footage that illegally kicked the first owner out.
God, you know what I hate about this whole story? And yes, I'm pausing like crazy. I have to. What I hate about this whole story is Josh and Brandon, I pretty much despise, and I would love to see someone qualified absolutely fucking dumpster them, their lives, their money, everything. I so badly wish someone more. That's what I think. If I get passionate, that's where it's coming from, is that I just feel like this is one of the biggest, like, it's the worst guy for the job to handle this.
Out of the store so he could steal all their Legos. I tried calling him, but I am also blocked.
I'm sorry.
So I showed up to his house. If he says that, I'm going to shoot myself.
Option left is to show up to his house.
I hope, at the very least, my point is coming across. It's not that these people don't deserve justice. It's that Ben is firmly here for content. First, justice second. He has a narrative in mind, and he is going to do everything he can now to make that narrative possible through his actions. Okay? If you don't see what I'm saying, I guess we just fundamentally disagree. I don't hate you. We just disagree. Okay? No, you don't show up to someone's house when they block your number. You do not do that. Okay? Especially if your goal is legal action. You do not do that. If you disagree with me, fine. A person who has spent years of their life studying this will give you legal advice. You do not do that.
Hello. Hey, how's it going? Hello? Hey, well, I was wondering if you'd be down to pay us for the lawsuit that we won.
I can hear my lawyer dying on the inside. I'm putting myself in Ben's position. If my lawyer was representing me in this, he'd be like, "You did what? You did what? What's wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you?"
It kind of seems like Brandon doesn't want to have this good faith conversation.
I'm going to guess right now he's waiting for the police to arrive and he's just trying to keep you there. That's my guess. That's what I would do.
And to resolve this problem outside of court, and I gave him plenty of time to speak.
I guess if you don't want to talk, I'll just talk. So you guys told us to take you to court. We went to court and we won. We know you closed down the store to avoid paying us. So
look at all that property you could put a lien against. Woo-hoo, baby.
So we could just sue you guys personally and do the whole thing again. We would obviously win again, but
then the police showed up and...
Yep, I fucking called it, dude. I knew it. He was just standing there silently for the police show up. It's obvious. And listen, I want this. This guy is rich. Let's be honest. This guy's rich and owes money because he stole. It's time to pay up. I feel you. It's time to fucking pay it's time. This is the worst way to go about it.
Again, for some reason, they are really trying to protect these criminals.
Okay, no, it's not for some reason. This is what I'm talking about. This is the reframing. This is called narrative building. It's manipulative, Ben, and I don't like it because you're in the right. You don't need to put yourself on the back foot like this because you're in the right. This is not what's happening. They're not some reason protecting criminals. You are someone who is, by your own admission, reckless. By my opinion of you, what you've put out on the internet, reckless. You're showing up to people's property. There's a very, very strong and I would say understandable argument why anyone whose house you show up to would feel some amount of threat, right? So the police show up, and for some reason, they're arresting me. Dog, what do you mean for some reason? What are we talking about?
Again, for some reason, they are really trying to protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody.
No, he stole $200,000 worth
How do you know this?
Because I've been spending the last 3 months in the case. And
Hold on, pause. I don't like that she's giving an opinion on that. I don't like that at all. Hold on.
Court.
He inherited the store. He's being blamed for everything.
Wait, was it ADR? Hold on.
Stole $200,000 worth
How do you know this?
Because I've been spending the last
Reason they are really trying to protect these criminals.
Sorry, it's a woman. No, hold on, wait, I need to watch this.
And for some reason, they are really trying to protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody.
No,
she didn't say that. She didn't say that. Wait a minute, she didn't say that.
Are really trying to protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody.
No, he stole 200.
She didn't say any of that. She did not say those words. Okay, wait, hold on.
To protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody.
No, he stole.
Show me the word inherited here. It's just an audio in sync. Okay, fine. Let's mute. Show me when she says the word inherited.
Protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody.
No, he stole $200,000 worth
How do you know this?
Because I've.
Maybe she did. I can't tell. Here's what I'm going to say about this cop interaction. Hey guys, surprise, surprise. I'm going to say it again. Cops are retarded. And if she did say this, she's fucking dumb as rocks. All right? There you go. It's not voiceover? Fair enough. That'd be crazy for him to fake what a cop said. She's dumb. She should not be involving herself in this case in any way. She should be here to enforce the call of a trespass, and that's it. And this is fucked up. Mormon energy.
Been spending the last 3 months in the case, and I won in court.
He inherited the store. He's being blamed for everything that the previous owner did, and he's trying.
Well, that's a lie. So we.
Okay, hold on.
Her arguing this has no value to what we're doing here. Am I getting trespassed or not? Is what the question should be.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He's still trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner, and now he's catching blame for it. And he's just trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner.
No, him saying that it's the previous owner, that's a lie, and we already proved this in court. Okay.
Why are we arguing with them? Who cares? This is this cop is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, are you a judge? Are you involved in this suit? Are you here to do your job and remove me from the property or not? Like, what are you doing? This whole situation is just, it's like retards stacking bricks of shit. Oh my God.
Back and step foot on this property.
There you go. Okay. Fair. Sure.
The police gave me a formal trespass notice, which I took a picture of it and sent it to the court as proof I tried to have this good faith conversation, but Brandon didn't want to have it with me. And turns out this was good enough. My court case with Brandon Best got accepted. But my court case with Josh is still going to be rejected until I find a way to have this good faith conversation with him. So,
not true.
I decided to see if I could find Josh online, to see if I could look up any more information about him.
Yeah, they all look the same. No.
Hey, look, it worked. Crazy. Okay, so you are a child. Didn't say it wouldn't work. I said there are ways to go about this that are significantly less inflammatory that don't involve you getting trespassed. For example, chat, would you like to list all the ways we came up with? You're retarded. Oh my God, it worked. Cry about it, you say. Cry. You say, so you're okay. So Mellow Neff in chat, you're officially, you don't want to be involved in the conversation anymore. You're just here to inflame. Okay, that's a perma. Goodbye.
Johnson.
Yeah, Joshua Johnson.
We lower their tax liabilities and minimize their exposure to lawsuits. That's hella ironic. Are you kidding me, dude? That's what he's known for, is reducing people's exposure to lawsuits.
After some more research, we found out that both Josh and
Does he
Brandon...
not have teeth? Sorry. I shouldn't... Well, I'm going to say it.
After some more research, we found...
That's a man who looks... downy.
Out that both Josh and Brandon are super hardcore Mormon, which was actually extremely surprising to me, because if Josh and Brandon are truly Mormons, they believe that stealing is wrong, and if they steal, they're gonna go to hell. Or I guess in Mormonism they call it the outer darkness. But still, Brandon and Josh probably actually believe that this is going to be eternity for them. I mean, Josh even swore to me on his Mormon God in the last video that he would give us the Lego.
A Mormon lying and doing, oh my God, this is so, Mormons doing bad things in Utah, this is so unlike them. Ben, you're so out of line here. This is so unlike Mormon. They would never.
It's back.
They would never.
I swear to God.
Free the virus. Thank you, brother.
But maybe I can use this to my advantage. My problem right now seems to be that Josh is never going to listen to anything I ever tell him. But if someone from his church heard this audio, maybe he would listen to them. So after finding exactly what church these...
Okay, so I'm just going to skip this because this is just more bullshit. It looks like just more. This is more for the video bullshit. It looks like. Okay, hold on. How do we get the police involved?
I was just gonna ask him, like, is he willing to?
Is that fucking
give up
Mizkif?
everything like he said, because he swore on everything. He swore on God. This might be a crazy ask, but could you take a selfie with me?
But anyways, back to us. The police apparently got a call that we had heroin on us.
This officer is going to conduct the search of your person because there are substances in the vehicle.
This is harassment. I mean, if what he's saying is true, that they're just here because of a heroin call, this is just targeted harassment.
So he's going to do that. I'm going to put this away, and then we'll be right. Don't. Oh, okay. Don't.
I mean, what do you? I'm not. Listen.
Sounds good. Thank you. Like this, the vehicle will be searched. Okay. I'm going to have you stick by with my sergeant.
After 2 hours of searching the car,
dude, fuck all of this. Holy fuck.
Obviously, they found no drugs.
So he didn't find anything.
I explained to the police.
Are you gonna cry? They didn't find anything. They didn't find anything.
That we didn't have drugs. And
what if they actually found heroin? That would suck. That'd be the worst way to get caught with heroin.
The reality of the situation is that Bricks and Minifigs is so desperate at this point that they're willing to do anything to get us arrested so they don't have to pay for the property they stole. And the police was arguing back with just some of the worst comebacks I've ever heard, which is why I think the police actually redacted this audio in this clip, because if they kept the audio in, then the world would get to see how stupid the American Fork Police Department is. But anyways, even though we were passing every single drug test they gave us.
Yeah, it's just absolutely targeted harassment.
They were still not going to let us go.
Bro should so lawyer up.
Oh, until we told them where the drugs were.
Your eyes, for example, right? There's a constriction, which is dilated, and then
shut the fuck up.
So I haven't been looking at this. I'll show him. Look, go ahead and look at him.
I'll look at you?
Yep.
You do see it?
So
it's crazy. I have no idea, because I've never done any drugs in my life. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I've never done any of that in my life. I'm willing to do any drug tests. Like,
bro, you know what? This is another good reason you should talk to a lawyer. You shouldn't be talking to these fucking cops. I would just take me in. I don't fucking arrest me. I'm not saying anything to you guys. The conversation is not happening.
Very cooperative. I don't know.
There's nothing. I don't give you consent to do anything. Do what you're gonna do. I don't give you consent. If I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail. We'll have a conversation about this later.
I'm gonna have a discussion with this officer.
And then the police department illegally redacted this conversation too. My guess is that they acknowledged that it's very obvious we don't have drugs on us, but they were going to try and pressure us into giving some type of false confession anyways.
I'm not sure if you're lying to me or not, to be honest.
I'm willing to take any drug test you want.
Stop talking, kid.
Which get you hemmed up a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And you could end up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali.
Okay.
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We play differently here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm willing to cooperate with you guys.
Okay, so now we're getting a lovely look at why I do not like police. You're getting a fantastic look at that. I mean, really. This is what I'm talking about. Do not talk to cops, chat. Do not interact with them if possible. When they try to interact with you, use the rights that you've been given.
Do anything you want me to, because I'm not hiding anything. I can promise you that.
This kid needs
we
to
weren't
stop
giving
talking.
the police a false confession like they wanted, so eventually I guess they just got tired and let us go.
We'll let you guys go now. But
Let us go. You're letting us go.
You're walking a thin line. Just be mindful of that. Does that make sense? Okay.
At this point, I've documented everything I've been through to the court, that I've tried to have this good faith conversation with Josh. he just doesn't want to have it with me. And because of everything I went through, my court case finally got approved.
Okay, great.
And attached to this email are court papers to serve Josh. The only problem is Josh is not going to open this door for anyone. He wouldn't even talk to another Mormon. Instead, he just called the police on him. In order to get Josh to come outside, I'm really going to have to get creative. So I made this poster that says, "I stole a dying man's life savings," and printed it out. Now I'm placing this poster in a public space right across the street from Josh's house. Yeah, it turns out this tiny patch of land is actually free for any person of the public to use. And since we have the freedom of speech, I am breaking no laws by doing this. So when Josh walks outside to take down this sign, I have a process server to serve him his court papers.
I will be fair to this tactic. I mean, serving people, you have to get creative sometimes. That's how it works.
But almost immediately, my sign got blocked. Oh no, he's blocking our sign.
Okay, I gotta be fair though. I'm assuming the cops were called because you were seen again, and you are a bit of a menace. By the way, if you're wondering, I would say the more proper way to do this is you have someone not you or attached to you do this. There's people you can hire. You do not have to be involved in this at all. You don't even have to be in the same fucking city.
What are you guys doing here?
So we are in a court case with them, and we have to serve them legal papers.
So I explained to the cops the entire situation.
Okay.
I'm not going on his property.
Right, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The police realized that we're not breaking any laws, and they've been called here for a false reason, so they decided to leave.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. Let's see how this goes south.
This is going so much better than yesterday.
So now it's time to serve Josh these court papers. And then we got the police called on us again.
Hello.
Okay.
This man stole basically this family's life.
Stop talking. I'm here to serve him. I'm in a court case with him. I am here to serve him. I will not enter his property. She will be entering the property or reaching him on public property, and I do not wish to speak to you further.
Savings. So we're just here to serve him his court papers.
Again, I explained to this police officer the entire situation.
I wish we could just send him an email or a phone call, but yeah, the court requires us to come in person for some reason, so.
Again, the cops realized that we are doing nothing illegal and decided to leave.
Great.
Now it's time to serve Josh his court papers. But we got the police called on us again.
Hello.
Okay.
Can I see those papers?
Yeah.
Is this the same cop from before?
Serve him with?
Yes. That's required by the court.
Again, the police agree that we are not breaking the law. They've been called out here for a false reason. This guy told me that he could even just serve the papers for me.
Wait, is it the same cop?
You okay if I get these papers?
Oh, it's the same two cops. Wait, I don't know if... Whatever, I don't know if the same cops came out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they ever... I don't know if that's true.
For sure.
But that's fine.
Okay. Just give me
A small detail.
Okay, thank you.
Sadly, we can't see the police officer serve Josh because the police department redacted all of it. But the only thing that really matters is that Josh is getting served.
He does not want the paper. So
He's not want the papers?
here's that back for you.
How does that work? I'm actually not familiar. Is that... Can you... I don't know how that works. Can cops serve people, and can people reject serves from... That's not how that works. Make it make sense. Patrol cops generally don't serve people. Can you do that? You cannot reject it. It's not an option. He has to take it. Okay, so let's see then how the cop wiggles his way out of it.
Yeah, the police told me that they can't serve the papers for me because I'm lying to them, and these aren't even real court papers.
Not sure what this is. I've never seen something like that. To be honest with you.
These are court papers.
Okay. It doesn't have a judge's name or anything like that on it?
Because it hasn't gotten to the judge yet. So this is serving him, and then we'll go to the court, and then...
Is that how that works? I don't know. Okay, this is a very important thing because one of these two parties is lying, and I don't know which it is. Who is correct here? Who knows what serving papers look like? The cop is lying? Cop is wrong? Or you guys are saying yes? Cop is an idiot. Okay, so then... The file a complaint before serving. You might have a judge's name. So the cop is lying. Okay. So now the question is corruption or retard? are either unbelievable.
The judge will be there. So the judge doesn't get involved until we're in court.
Why is he saying that you guys went on the property?
Because he wants us arrested, so we
I'm getting retard vibes.
It doesn't look good when you've been trespassed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What?
And by the way, to that fucking bozo who got banned, by the way, this is the point. You said it worked, didn't it? This is my point. It doesn't work. This is my point. Remember that guy who was like, oh, stay mad, it worked. No, it didn't. Look at the fucking shit slog he's made for himself. Yes, this cop is retarded. Let's have a conversation about it. But also, none of this would be happening.
I think it looks...
He is muddying his own case. He is making it more difficult because you're like, he's putting too much. My lawyer said this the other day. It doesn't matter if you're right. This is a game to play, right? And if you want to play the game, he's putting so much faith in police, and police are corrupt and bad at their jobs and dumb. I would put none of my faith in them. I would put my faith in my attorney.
Exactly how we're supposed to do it legally. This is the legal way to do it.
Well, we have 2 or 3 incidents.
Yeah, well, first, so they're incidents because he's lying to you guys. He's making them incidents. We came to do a good faith conversation, which is required by the courts before you can get a court case approved. So we did that. He called the cops on us. He lied to you guys saying that we had heroin on us, and we did a 3-hour search of the car yesterday. We found no heroin in the car. He's going to make up any lie he can to get us arrested. We are doing things the legal way, the correct way. The reason he's hiding in his house is because he's the criminal. If something doesn't look good, it doesn't look good for him, not for us.
Go the legal process,
Which is
find
what
an
we're
actual
doing,
process server.
She is an actual process server.
And what is your guys' relationship?
I just met her today.
Well, maybe just have someone not affiliated with you.
I kind of agree with that. Like, bro, you've been trespassed from here. What? You should, again, Chad said it too. Just serve him. What are we doing here? Yes, cop bad, cop corruption, fine. Yes, I hear you. Just fucking serve him. What are we doing?
That's her. Yeah, we have no relationship. That's why she's here. Yeah, that's why she's here. We have no relationship. And
so can she just walk up, or are the police like gonna shoot her in the fucking street?
That is who she is. The exact person that you were describing.
I always thought that the police were supposed to remain unbiased, and if they were going to take a side, they definitely shouldn't take the side of the criminal. But I guess I was wrong. However, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm literally just following the instructions of the court, so the police can't stop me.
Okay, have a good rest of your day.
Okay, see ya.
Now that the police are finally leaving, it's time to game plan how to serve Josh. But then, you guessed it, we got the police called on us again.
Oh shit, that one's big.
Oh, sure. The
For
paper?
what?
The serving paper?
Yeah.
Here you go. Well,
They think it's a false.
They sent in the Terminator.
Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Trying to speak with someone to verify if a case is, just verify if a case is real.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our court.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Great.
That's all.
Great.
Thank you.
I think this phone call was the breaking point for the police.
He did his job.
The police couldn't handle the fact that I was right and they were wrong.
Actual police work. They just mag dump on Ben.
Hello. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm seeing corruption. I'm in. I'm seeing corruption.
Arrested? Really?
I'm in.
Ben got arrested. Like, they didn't say anything when they were putting him in handcuffs. They just said, you're being arrested.
I was confused on what I was being arrested for. I mean, the same police officers that arrested me gave me permission to do exactly what I was doing.
Wait, your opinion has evolved? It's almost like I fucking said it fucking would since the start of stream. No, I don't know how. There is no other logical explanation I can see to explain what the fuck just happened. And welcome to why I do not like police. This is frightening. I would not. This is fucking insane.
Public, right?
I want to know what their official reason for. They said he's under arrest. So which you guys were saying, are you sure it's not detainment? They said it's under arrest, so they have to provide a reason at some point, right? I would love to know what the reason is. What is a little, okay, 1% suspect is Ben is not released according to chat. He has not released the reason for his arrest. I'd like to know what that reason is. But at this point, unless that reason is insanely upside down, I don't see a single, this is corruption.
But you can't go on that property. If you do, you'll be charged, okay?
Okay, yeah, for sure. I got arrested for just doing what the police told me to do. What's even more confusing is the police are supposed to be the good guys. Why are they arresting an innocent person to protect an evil criminal? Well, back when I was still waiting in the car to serve Josh, I got a phone call.
If he hasn't released a reason, there's a reason for that. He must be hiding something. I agree. People are saying, what if they don't give him a reason? If he got arrested and he's taken in and booked, there will be a reason.
And this call was from Brian, the collector's son, who got all their stuff stolen. And he has a theory of what might be going on here.
Yeah, the cops down there are definitely all in with the Mormon community and being the Briggs and Minifigs.
Okay, I have to pause this here, and we will see more. So now, if you're looking for my final thoughts before I have to go, I literally have to go right now. Here are my final thoughts. Right now, I believe there is some amount of corruption happening in this. I believe that the police are mishandling this 100% with a small amount of corruption at this point. I also believe Ben is not equipped to handle this. Ben is a goofball prank YouTuber, and every step of the way, Ben is handling this very poorly. The police, great news, everybody, poop found in butt. The police acted corrupt during this. Nobody is surprised. I also think that Ben really, really is out of his depth here and should be just talking with counsel at this point. And I also think Ben has thrown fuel onto a fire, and it's all bad. Everyone sucks here, but I'm now, I said at the beginning, I don't know. I think it's fair to say and difficult to ignore. It appears the police are acting corrupt. Real quick caveat, I'm still like, why hasn't Ben, Ben still is a black cloud of questions, and some of those questions I really want answers to, but that's where I'm at. All right, guys, bye. I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.